Here for more, Senior Counselor to the President for Trade and Manufacturing, Peter Navarro, joins me now with much more. So tell us about this GDP number. It's very exciting for everybody to be thinking about how the economy is going to look. What is driving this outlook on growth?
First of all, Katie, I got to congratulate you on your new show. This is going to be great. You got a great set here, and it's going to be marvelous.
Thank you very much. Right. Thank you for being here.
Look, the economy grows. It's kind of like a car on four wheels. The things is consumption, investment, it's government spending, and it's net exports, which just means like how much we export versus import. We're going to hit 5% or more. And the reason we're going to do that is because Trump policies are going to drive three of those wheels really fast. Consumption's going to go really well for two reasons. One is the big, beautiful bill is going to give people the biggest refund in history.
Tax refund.
Refund. And second of all, consumer confidence is building because their wages are going up, which wasn't happening in Biden's year. So check that box. If you go to investment, that's the star of the show. We're having tariffs bring in trillions of dollars, $19 trillion, Katie, of investment coming in. And that GDP report you referenced, you can see the durable goods thing light up. That's like really, that's hammering, that's manufacturing coming. So that's going to come. And then 100% expensing drives investment up. And then the trade deficit hit its lowest mark since 2009 because of the tariffs. Our trade deficit takes off 2% of GDP growth every year. And when we reverse that, that gives us more growth because we have more factories jobs. We're going to do that, and you're going to see people, the polls right now are showing people dissatisfied with the economy, and we feel their pain, but they're going to feel really better and better as we move forward in this administration.
We talked to the president about the investment that's come into the United States and how he can make sure that it stays once he's out of office. And he discussed the plants that are being built and the jobs that are getting onshored again.
Vote Republican.
There you go. One issue that you've been following closely is the price of beef, of course. Other prices have come down, but the beef prices have not. Tell us why that is and what the administration is doing.
Well, the big picture, Katie, is we're taking a micro approach to the macro problem of inflation. So whether it's chicken and eggs, which we solve fairly quickly, or cattle and beef, which takes longer, we're really hammering that. One of the problems, Katie, with the beef is we got over 1 million ranchers on one end, and we got millions and millions of consumers buying the steaks and burgers and the other in the supermarkets. We got 4 companies.
And they're foreign.
In the middle
two
of that.
Them are foreign.
And 2 of them are foreign. 4 companies control 85% of the beef processing. So they screw the ranchers, and then they screw the consumers, and 2 of them are Brazilian. And the problem with the Brazilian thing is what they do is they sell a lot of their beef to China, which is the biggest importer. Brazil's the biggest exporter. We're the second. And what happened is, particularly when the tariffs hit, we saw the game they play, which is to say China is setting the terms of what we pay at the supermarket, and Brazil likes to put the squeeze on us. That's going to stop. The Department of Justice, as we speak, and the administration working closely with them, is engaging in the antitrust, which is going to get the big 4 cartel taken care of. But those 2 Brazilian firms, there's got to be a
well, America has the best beef and hundreds of thousands of ranches and farms that can provide it for the American people at a lower price. So it's good to hear that. Before you go, I want to get your thoughts on this. The Clintons were held in contempt of Congress. They blew through their subpoenas, refused to testify in front of the House Oversight Committee. Obviously, there's a double standard here. You went to prison for defying a subpoena. We haven't seen exactly what's going to happen to them yet. But what are your thoughts about the consequences or lack of for the Clintons for doing this?
Well, my case still's on appeal. And if I lose that case, it's going to be open season on subpoenas by the Congress at the White House. That's not good for government. That's not good for presidents. Clinton should testify. But I want to be clear here. I was a senior White House advisor. President invoked executive privilege. By 50 years of DOJ policy and all the way back to George Washington, I had a responsibility not to go. Okay, I have what's called absolute testimonial immunity. It's my constitutional duty. I held that, and they sent me to prison. First guy, only guy that's ever happened to who was a senior White House advisor. Clinton's a private citizen. executive privilege is not invoked. He's been called. He has to testify, as does Hillary, and they better get their butts up there, or they should go through the same kind of thing I did, but for the reason that they're breaking the law, I did not. And I hope, as people discuss this issue, they don't just throw me in the same Clinton bucket.
Yeah, I'm glad that
I did was on behalf of the Constitution. I stood up for the Constitution.
Yeah, I'm glad that you made that distinction. This is very different.
They're standing up for themselves.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.